Yeah, YouTube, what's good? Back with another video. Hey, if you ain't know, we done cracked it. We done cracked the 1K, yo. Thanks again, thank you. Shout out to everybody, I appreciate y'all. But, just one milestone, we still going up. We gonna keep rocking. But today, today's topic really fell on, I wouldn't say I was really having a conversation. I was really just, I guess you could say, eavesdropping, because I was sitting there eating my food. But, I was listening to this dude. He really just doing the shit, complaining and whining. They was at another table. He was whining and venting about how, bitches is mean these days. These bitches is tough. I ain't even gonna hold you. Bitches is tough these days, And he was like, I can't deal with them. So, these women so tough and masculine nowadays. And, as he was talking, it just sounded, like he was complaining and bitching and shit like that. But it actually brought me to the topic. So my point about it is, masculine women, I'm gonna break it down into a couple spaces. So as far as if you out here dating and shit like that, women is masculine because you're not. Plain and simple. A lot of these bitches is masculine with you and towards you because you're not. Right? So look at it like this. Bitches gotta be tough these days because a lot of niggas is soft. A lot of niggas ain't doing man shit. A lot of niggas is doing like him, whining and complaining and bitching about shit. You know what I'm saying? Girls don't want to be, girls say they want to, be, think they want this power and be the leader and shit like that until they actually get there, and that's not what they want. That's not what they want. They can sit there and kick and suck their teeth about it all they want. They don't need a man, they don't want it. That's bullshit. You can pick the most powerful, beautiful, got her shit together woman on the planet that she still wants a man in her life that she looks up to, that's the leader, that can lead for her, that can provide for her, so she can fall back. You know why? Because she wants the most important experience a girl ever wants to have in this life is just to be in her feminine energy. Right? That's all any girl ever wants, is just to be able to be in her feminine energy, her feminine essence. Right? Even just take that example and just think about it like this. Even when you driving, you going somewhere. If you with your girl, even you driving the car is you being the leader. She doesn't want to have to deal. She doesn't want to be the driver. She wants to be the passenger princess. She wants to take all the fucking goofy photos and pictures of the road. She wants to be on her Snap or her TikTok, whatever she's doing, right? She just wants to be a girl, right? A lot of girls don't get that. They don't get the opportunity to be just a girl. They might have, even back from childhood, they might not have had they dad, they might not have got to be daddy's little girl, daddy's little princess. So there's never been a time in their life where they got to just bask in their femininity, right? And then also, next on that, you got to separate yourself from the pack. So that's why I say don't cold approach, because if she's already in her masculine, she's already closed off, there's nothing for you. There's nothing that you're going to say, per se, that's going to break down them walls, and you shouldn't want to put yourself in that kind of position to be, for a girl that's already combative with you. You ain't even said nothing, but she's already being combative. But they have a good reason to. When you got something that everybody wants, you would be a little protective too. You know what I'm saying? It's like when pussy for a girl is that right there. She has something that a nigga wants, that somebody wants every day. So every day she has to come outside and turn niggas down and protect this pussy. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way for guys. If you got money, it might not even be girls just asking you for it. It might be family, friends, strangers. If you know what I'm saying? If you rich, motherfuckers always want something from you. So that's the same way you got to look at a girl with a vagina. Now, that's a whole nother topic about, the way they act, you know, certain shit like that. That's a whole nother video topic, but you got to look at it from her point of view. And I say it because you not in your masculine is the reason why she's masculine. Because look at it like this: if she take the most masculine woman you know and the most masculine man you got, if those two right there start a connection, the confidence is exuding from both of them and shit like that, the sexual tension between those two, it's almost magnetic. It's like sexual magnetism when those two start, you know, conversing and getting to know each other, because they're automatically going to fall back into their divine essence. She's going to fall back into her feminine essence because she's dealing with a man who's masculine, divine masculine, and she's going to fall back into her feminine just naturally because she's not going to be able to stay masculine with him. That's another reason I know y'all get mad and complain about girls being with the street dudes and the hood niggas and the drug dealers and shit like that, because girls crave that masculinity. Girls crave that shit. You know, with such a lack of masculinity and shit out there, with dudes being so soft and nice, where else can they get it from? You know, they gotta go to the street dudes. They gotta go to the dudes with that. They need that aggression. They need that testosterone. They need that masculinity. You know, whether y'all want to call it toxic or not, girls crave that. They need a man that they know is gonna handle business when it's time to, right? It's a guy, you know, I don't even want to say his name, but the scenario is, you know, he's in a bad marriage. You know, he's in a bad marriage, and you know they not fucking and shit like that. And the thing about it is, because you, to be honest, like, bro, you are in your feminine. Like, you probably in the house all the time. You probably all up under her. You probably not doing, you know, the shit that you're supposed to be doing. Like, you're not looking like a man that's a man of action, a man of purpose and shit like that, right? And girls sit there and say that shit all the time, like they want you home and shit like that. That's bullshit, bro. Your girl needs to see you out and about and moving and shaking and making shit happen. She need to see you leaving that house, going to work, getting shit done. You know why? Because it builds that wall between y'all. You know, she gets her space, you get your space, and she gets the thought of you handling business, and you get that time between y'all apart for her to miss you. She needs that time away to miss you. You know what I'm saying? She see you all the time. That's how shit starts getting complacent. She get comfortable. You know, that's when she'll start shit testing you and playing these games, because it's like, well, nigga, why the fuck is you still here, nigga? You know what I'm saying? That's why I use me as an example. You know, me and my girl, we really don't have too many issues. But I can tell you, when I was working two jobs and still going to the gym. Like, I got my own place, she got her own place, but I'm working two jobs and I'm going to the gym and I'm doing shit with my son and niece and nephew. Like, so I'm never around. You know, I'm always doing something, I'm always busy. But the time I do make for her, when I had the times to make for her, you better believe it was just like clockwork. You know, she's ultra feminine. She missed me. It's lustful sex. It's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Because I'm a man handling business. I'm a man taking care of things. I'm a man taking care of you, right? And she that's something to admire, right? When she sees you and it goes back to the shit I was saying. Like, when girls see you in daddy mode, it's a turn on. They just see a man being a man, that's masculine. Like, that shit is attractive to women, right? But when you are in your feminine, and you know, complaining, you whining, you worrying about shit that doesn't matter, you complaining, like you bringing all your problems and expressing it to, listen, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care about what the fucking social media or the world has you believing that it's okay for you to be emotional. It's okay for you to be, yeah, that's cool, right? It's cool to do. You express your shit to your niggas. You express that shit to your niggas. right? You shouldn't be sitting there pouring out all your problems and shit like that to your girl. Why? Because she's not your therapist, and she's not built to handle all that shit. She's not built to handle all your baggage and all your, you know, all your problems and shit. She got her own problems. You're supposed to be the one taking care of the problems for her. You're supposed to be making shit happen for her. You're supposed to be fixing any issue, any problem for her. Provide, protect, and provision. That's your role. Provide, protect, provision. You can't do that if you sitting there in a woman's role. You in a woman's role looking for her to fix your problems. You know? And that just all goes back to just not having your own shit. Like not having your own crib, not having your own car, not having nothing. Like, yeah, you can still get pussy, but if you looking at long-term shit, that shit will have you'll be the bitch in the relationship because you don't have nothing of leverage. You don't have nothing for her to look up to. You don't have a fucking world for her to come into. So you guys sit there, some guys will sit there and be like, well, yeah, what does she bring to the table? And I want to lead the relationship, like she needs to submit to me. What is she submitting to? Like, what is she submitting to? Like, if you don't got nothing, you really can't lead properly if you're not even taking care of the shit that you supposed to in your own life. So how the fuck is you expecting her to lead, like to listen to you? Right? And that's really what girls want. They want a man they can believe in, but it's so much pussification of the world that girls just getting hard nowadays, right? And the only way that shit's gonna change is from men getting back to being men getting back to doing the shit that we supposed to do, that our granddaddies did. You know, going to work, getting to this money, you know, starting businesses, you know, creating the world that we live in. You know, handling business, fixing problems. You know, she'll take care of the inside of the house, you take care of the outside of the house. So you need to be cutting grass, taking out the trash, shit like that. You know, the shit that traditional men and women do, you know, shit like that. That's how we get back to, you know, to a better place where these women ain't so combative and so masculine. To finish it off, you know, to finish it off this topic, it's really gonna come to y'all, like I said before, and I'm gonna keep saying it. If you not at a point in your life as a man where you taking 100% accountability for your actions, you ain't ready for none of this shit. You ain't ready for no kids. You ain't ready to be dealing with no women. You ain't ready for nothing because you still thinking like a child. Until you accept that 100% of every fucking thing that's wrong or right in your life is your fault from your choices or past decisions, you ain't ready for none of this shit. You ain't ready for no man shit. So keep that in mind when you thinking about these women as masculine or having a victim mentality and shit like that. Sit there and look yourself in the mirror and think, what kind of man are you? Is you a man that makes shit happen, or are you a man that sits back and whines like a little bitch? Like you can't control the outcomes of your life. Alright? But that's all I got for y'all, yo. Until next time, it's Wolfgang Peak, it's Wolfgang Lifestyle. And I'm out.